What's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video, if you can't guess, is going to be a prom makeup tutorial. I apologize for my hair. First off, this was as prom-y as I could make it in like 5 seconds. But today's tutorial is going to be a little bit more purpley, a little bit more simple, concentrating more on just the overall look of everything looking very nice together. Last year I did something like silvery / neutral, so this year I wanted to go with something a little bit different, a little bit more color in it, not so neutral. And I wanted to do something a little bit different than the typical gold glitter or silver glitter. It's kind of like a mauvey pinky sort of color. I did incorporate a little bit of glitter, but I wanted to do something for those of you that wanted a little something a little bit different. So last year I went to 2 different proms and a ball, and this year I'm not going to any, but I'm doing a ton of prom makeup, so I'm kind of glad I'm not going to prom, because that would be very difficult to do a bunch of people's prom makeup and my own. So this is also my dress that I wore to one of the proms last year, and I actually wore these earrings to the other prom that I went to, so I'm kind of incorporating them both. I feel so nostalgic. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Hello everyone! Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to start with my Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the cucumber one. It smells so good and I love it so much. So I'm just going to spray that on my face, and then I'm going to go in with the Benefit Professional. I'm going to use this to prime my face. I think it's always good to have a nice pore filling primer to smooth everything out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it in my T-zone to control any oil as well. And then I'm going to be taking the Magic Lumi primer from L'Oreal, and I'm going to apply that on the cheeks and in the center of my face to help catch some light. And I'm going to be applying a liquid illuminator on the outer edges of my face afterwards, but for right now we're just going to be applying this. Now I'm going to prime my eyes with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer, and I really love this primer, and it's from the drugstore, which is like a double bonus, right? So I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes as well to help the under eyeshadow stick better. And now I'm going in with this exfoliator from e.l.f. and I'm just going to exfoliate my lips, wipe off all the excess, and then I'm going to apply some lip balm. This is really going to help your lipstick stay on longer and your lips just look smoother. So now I'm going in with this e.l.f. finishing powder, and on a fluffy brush I'm just going to set that primer on my eyes and also set the concealer that I used to carve out my brows before I started filming. So now I'm going to go in with Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. I love this shade. You could use a bronzer if you wanted to, but I just like the peachy tones in this, and I like how it complements the purpliness in the look. So I'm going to be using this on a fluffy brush and just blending that all in the crease. Now I'm going to be going in with the Carly Bible palette. Oh, look how pretty it is. If you don't have this palette, do not worry. You can do this with any mauve shadows that you have. So I'm going to take that first brown shade and just blend that all in my crease, kind of like I did Peach Smoothie, but just keeping it a slight bit lower and making sure to really blend out those harsh lines. Now I'm going to be mixing the purpley shade and the brown shade together, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to keep it just a slight bit more on the outer corner. Now I'm going in with just the light mauve shade by itself and blending that in, and I kind of go in and add a little bit more brown, mix that in. It's really just about blending everything and making everything look perfect and seamless and gorgeous. You can see I'm really taking my time with this, blowing it out, smoking it out, blending it out. So now I'm going to go in with a small brush, and I'm going to take the light purpley shade and that deep purple shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner and really buff that out. Purple shades can tend to be a little bit more difficult to blend, but the ones in the Carly Bible palette are absolutely amazing. Another good alternative are the Makeup Geek shadows or some Carity eyeshadows. They're all really good. So I'm just going in and blending all of that out. As you can see, I'm taking that fluffy brush to make sure we have zero harsh lines. Then I'm going back in with just that dark purpley shade by itself and packing that on my outer corners to really get that nice, deep, dark, smoky effect on the outer corners. And I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and just make sure everything's smooth and blended and gorgeous. Again, doing that over and over to make sure everything looks stunning. So now I'm going to go in with that light pink highlighter shade, and I'm going to put that with a flat brush right on the inner corner of my lid to kind of create a nice brightened area right there. This is going to help open up your eyes and just make your eyes have that nice like round cat eye sort of shape. I did wet my brush with a little bit of Mario Badescu setting spray, but that's up to you if you want to do that or not. So I'm going to be taking that pink shade and mixing it with the highlighter, and I'm going to apply that to the center of my lid and kind of blend everything together, making sure it looks nice and seamless, and I also did wet my brush for that. Now I'm going to take Makeup Geek Corrupt, and on a small little pencil brush, I'm just going to pack this on the outer corner. The only thing I don't like about the Curly Bible palette is it doesn't have a black, but you do not have to add the black. I just wanted to add a little bit more smokiness, but if you didn't want to go as smoky, you could definitely skip this step. It'll look gorgeous either way, but again, I wanted to add the black, so I'm just kind of packing that onto the lash line and just a little bit on the outer corner, and then taking that pointed brush from before and making sure everything is nice and blended and smoked. Going back in with that fluffy brush, and again, blending, blending, blending. That is the key to having seamless and perfect prom makeup. Then I'm just going to pack on a little bit more of the silver shades to make sure that we're all nice and pigmented and we didn't blend anything away too much. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter now, and I'm going to just put some of this on a brush, and I'm going to tap the brush lightly onto my eye. This is going to give you a really nice, effortless, blown out, sort of sprinkled glitter look, so it's not just all packed into one area. If you wanted to pack on the glitter for this look, you totally could, but I wanted more of like a sprinkling of glitter, so this is a good way to do it. So I just put that on the brush and then just tap, 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 and it'll look absolutely stunning. I'm going to take these Sweep Elisa lashes, and I just popped those on. So now I'm going to be going in with the Sephora Luminizing Drops. These are the darker ones. I think it's called like Daylight or something like that. Oh, Ultralight, that's what it's called. And I'm just going to blend that onto the outer corners of my face. This highlighter almost matches my skin tone, so it's just going to create a very natural glow that's going to show through our foundation and our powder and everything. Then I'm just going to clean up some of the fallout on my lower lash line, and I'm going to now go in and color correct. I'm going to put that on my upper lip and a little bit under my eyes. I'm using the pink and peach shades from the City Color Corrector Palette. Ugh, can't speak. And this is just going to help correct any darkness in those areas. Now for foundation, I'm going to be taking the LA Girl HD Pro Coverage and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I'm just going to mix those on this little glass jar that I like to use as like a fake glass palette. And I'm just going to mix those two together to create my perfect shade. And I'm going to dot that on with my finger and put that all over, and then blend it in with a damp beauty sponge. I think damp beauty sponges are just the best way to go. This is a beauty blender, but the Real Techniques one or the Eco Tools ones are much more affordable versions. You do not need the beauty blender exactly, but I really like it, so that's what I'm using. Then I'm going to take this Pure Disappearing Ink concealer, and I'm going to put this on my nose. This is a great tip if you want your nose makeup to last long, if it kind of gets oily or gets red like mine does. So I put this on, and then I put some foundation on top of it, and then I conceal on top of it after. It doesn't look cakey or gross. As long as you apply a thin layer of concealer underneath, it will keep your makeup looking flawless. So now I'm just going to tap and rub the foundation into my forehead and my cheeks, areas where they tend to get cakey or wear off, and this is going to really help the foundation sort of set into the skin. This is a good makeup artist trick that I learned. Now I'm going to do some cream contouring. I'm going to be taking this LA Girl Pro Concealer and just dotting that on my face lightly, and then taking an angled brush and just blending all of that out. I'm going to blend it out pretty well, but I'm not going to worry about making it look seamless because we're going to take care of that when we do something a little bit later, but you're going to have to stick around to find out. Ooh. So I'm also going to contour my nose, but just slightly. I don't want to do anything too overboard. Long wearing and lightweight is the way to go for prom, and that's what I want to do here. So nice and lightweight. I'm going to blend that out using my Eco Tools sponge. Now for concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer first because it's closer to my skin tone, and I'm just going to really conceal everything that I want to with that. As you can tell, I'm running low, and I'm so sad because I think this concealer is a really good one. And then I'm just going to go in afterwards with the Wet n Wild Concealer, and I'm going to use this more to highlight the areas of my face that I want a little bit brighter. And I'm just going to blend that in using that same beauty blender from before. Now I'm going to just take any creases that I have underneath my eyes out, and I'm going to set my under eyes using my NYC Smooth Skin Powder. I'm almost out of this as well, and I'm kind of freaking out because I love it so much. Luckily, it's super cheap and from the drugstore. Yay. So I'm just going to set my under eyes using that and the damp sponge. I think this is the best way to get a long wearing under eye. And I'm going to just sculpt out and kind of set that cream contour using my Eco Tools sponge and a little bit of the NYC powder. I'm also just going to bake down my nose just a tiny bit. Now going in with the butter bronzer, I'm going to take it on this big fluffy brush and just lightly bronze. Because we already did that cream contouring, we don't need as much bronzer as we normally do. So you just want to go very lightly with this. You don't want to go too heavy-handed, otherwise you could end up looking a bit much. Now I'm just going to set that nose contour with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm doing this very lightly, and then I'm going to dust off that extra powder with a fluffy brush. Now I'm going to take this Tarte blush. This is a nice kind of cool toned, purpley sort of blush. I'm just going to blend that onto my cheeks with this Luxie brush. And now I'm going to take that e.l.f. finishing powder, and this was the step I was talking about. We're going to do some buffing. So all you're going to do is tap your brush in, tap off the excess powder, and buff all over your face. Just go in circular motions all over your face. This is not going to mess up your makeup or anything. It's going to make it look absolutely flawless in pictures and make everything look so seamless and blended. It's an amazing step. You will not regret it. Now I'm going to take the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, and I'm just going to use this as my first highlight. Yes, we're going to be doing 2 highlights today. I know, look how extra we are. But look at this glow. It's just a beautiful glow from within sort of highlighter, and it's just, oh, it's absolutely stunning. And it's from the drugstore, so you can't get any better. Now for my second ba-bam highlight, I'm going to be taking this Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter, and on a fan brush, I'm just going to lightly apply that. I don't want to go too cray with that because we kind of want everybody to be able to see after they walk out of prom. We don't want to blind them. So now I'm just going to be blending these shades underneath my lower lash line using a small pencil brush. I'm not going to go too heavy on the lower lash line. I kind of like how everything looks on top, so I'm just going to make sure that it kind of matches up with these same colors. And so I'm just taking every single shade that I used in my crease and just blending those underneath, and then taking a clean dense brush to just make sure everything's blown out and beautiful. So now for liner, I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Liner. This is the brown one, and I'm just going to line like halfway on my eye. So like from my outer corner to like maybe where my pupil is. This is just going to create a nice smoky effect. And then for mascara, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara because we are all princesses on prom. So I'm just going to use that on my lower lash line and really get those lashes nice and dark. So now I'm going to take some of that highlighter that we used on our eyes from before and put that on my inner corners. And then we're going to set our face using the Wet n Wild setting spray. I love this spray. It's so awesome. So now for lips, I'm going to start out using this Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Bel Air. It's a super pretty nude, but I found that it looked a little bit too peachy for this eye look, so I went ahead and layered it with the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in Marvelous Mauve. I'm going to blend those together just using my finger, and that completes this look, you guys. We're going to go from drab to fab. Yes! I'm just kidding, my hair looks absolutely horrible, but we'll get over it, right? So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I will see you in just a sec for my outro. Peace! Okay. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And for those of you that are going to prom, I wish you so much luck. I hope you guys have an amazing time. And if you recreate this look, totally send me pictures. I would love to see them. My Instagram will be linked down below. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hey, what's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be another dupes video. I love doing these dupes videos.